Hey everyone, it's Opposite here. So there's been a slight decline lately of the MCU's popularity. I'm here to tell you that since the endgame, the Marvel Cinematic Universe reached its peak, and now with the questionable buying of X-Men and Spider-Man supposedly being given away, it's finally dying. And why? I'm happy that it is. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Phase 1. The MCU has been going on for about 11 years now. Slowly and brutally it became the most popular, talked about and central franchise of the decade, surpassing many classics in its relentless push toward being one of, if not the highest selling movie franchise of all time. But what happened to other films and TV shows? It caused a revolution which changed the audience perspective on going to the cinema. It changed the very formula movies used to be made with, so much that its supposed old rival, the DC Comics, started making movies in the same style, ruining what was special and good about the Disney universe in the first place. And forgive me because the next part is purely my opinion, but for what result? The result was a seemingly endless wave of formulaic dry movies with cringe, humor and flood of CGIs. It was and still is horrible. While DC seems to have been trying to fix itself by teeing up the concept of connected universe, others suffered greatly. Yet the movies were successful for a while, and Endgame now is apparently the highest grossing film of all time. Yikes. Phase 2. Eventually, people were getting tired of the old formula, and cynical movies like Deadpool rose to fame. But after a while, Disney bought the X-Men franchise to appear in the MCU. While people presumed that the X-Men would first appear in the MCU in Phase 5, at least 2 years from now, question remains. Will the old cast stay? Will Disney even care for films like Logan, which made a lot of people, including me, cry? Would it be connected? Or would another franchise bite the dust, become a stereotypical superhero film machine? I personally dislike the fact that Disney bought the X-Men franchise. While the franchise has its flaws and was declining in popularity, it offered something different to the table. It was unique and interesting. And given the currently existing MCU films, it would suck if the X-Men movies would suffer the same fate as the DCEU movies, a franchise tied to a formula which it does not belong to become a cash grab. I really hope I'm wrong, and that they would treat the X-Men franchise like it used to be, not water it down. And with that, we continue to the next source of MCU controversy. Phase 3. If you have seen my Spider-Man Far From Home review, you would know that while I had my problem with the film, it was actually pretty good for an MCU movie. That can be reasoned and assumed as that I'm okay with how Spider-Man will fit into the MCU, isn't it? Well, yes and no. See, while I do appreciate how they treated him and recognize it could have been worse, there is only one Spider-Man to rule them all. And even if Lord of Spider-Man is not present, I believe Tom's Spider-Man could be much more interesting without the connection to the MCU. I was shocked to hear the whole thing between Sony and Disney, but I'm glad that Spider-Man is finally free of MCU's influence. Maybe, for once, it could be more mature, or just focus on him and not his connection to some weird cliché cinematic universe. I really hope that Spider-Man would not be handed over again to Disney, rather that it would continue free, both for the excellent memes of the God Spider-Man that arose lately, bless them, and because I believe anything different than Disney's MCU is worth giving a shot. Phase 4. With all of that in mind, it's obvious to see that MCU had lost a lot of its appeal. If the biggest movie that's close to be released of theirs is Black Widow, then they are desperate and out of big cash machines like Endgame. And that's good, because now Spider-Man would be free, and people would slowly move away from the superhero phenomenon, like they did once with the Western phenomenon, and stop putting money-making formulas on franchises that do not belong, even if X-Men have to suffer for it. And that is why I'm glad for this breath of fresh air, of this break from the endless wave of Marvel movies dominating the geek world. While I secretly hope that God himself would descend down as Spider-Man again, I hope and believe that Tom's Spider-Man is going to get better. What do you think about all of this? Which side are you on with the Spider-Man debate? Tell me in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this has been Opposite, signing off.